was only 19, a song by Redgum. Please give your attention to our special guest, Joshua White.
Good morning, servicemen, women and fellow members of the public. My name is Joshua White and I am extremely honoured and proud to be standing before you on this special day. Today I represent Brisbane Water Secondary College, as well as my great-grandfather William Shackler, my grandfather Harold White and various other family members who have all served in various wars in many roles. I'm here to talk to you today about what ANZAC Day means to me. What is ANZAC Day and why do we celebrate it in Australia? This year marks the 99th anniversary of the ANZAC spirit, although the 100th anniversary really begins this year as the campaign started in 1914. Firstly, I'm going to talk to you a bit about what ANZAC is. ANZAC Day is an acronym. ANZAC stands for Australia, New Zealand Army Corps. The word ANZAC makes us think of those who served. Many of these men never returned home, and today we still salute their courage. ANZAC Day is known for when the Anzacs themselves landed on the wrong beach on the Gallipoli Peninsula, now known as Anzac Cove, on the 25th of April 1915. The troops landed at dawn and were met by fierce resistance, faced steep cliffs and constant enemy fire and shelling. Gallipoli lasted for 8.5 months. During that time, 7,600 Aussies and 2,500 New Zealanders died. 24,000 were injured. Gallipoli was a battle that we had lost. People still question why we celebrate a defeat. By celebrating ANZAC Day, we never set out to celebrate victory. April 25th is never about military victory. As a people, we choose a day when loss of war first scarred our nation. The word ANZAC makes us think of those who serve. We salute their courage. We think of the families left behind. We think of the prisoners and wounded and those who still suffer today. ANZAC is a day of services, honouring reflection and remembering. We do not celebrate victory or glorify war. We celebrate the human spirit, courage, sacrifice and bonds of mateship. The spirit of the ANZAC. ANZAC stands for valour, resourcefulness and an endurance that will never own defeat. The last surviving ANZAC, Ali Campbell, died on May 16, 2002. ANZAC Day celebrations began with just returned troops marching as a remembrance. Now we all march in their honour and memory. Almost 100 years on, it's so important to continue marching, remembering and honouring our troops who served for us all those years ago, as well as those still serving for our country today. We should remember troops that serve now in peacekeeping missions and with other roles as well as those in the firing line. We remember those who died and others who served so we can have what we have today, as well as freedom. We live in a democratic country. We are able to vote and we live with freedom and peace. We are able to gain our educations, pursue university degrees and go off to different fields of work. Australia is one of the richest first world countries in the world. We're a lucky country as a result of the Anzacs fighting to keep us free and safe. Personally, as a musician, I understand that without the Anzacs, I probably wouldn't have the equipment, education and skills I have today to be able to record songs, play in bands and musicals, and to apply to do my music degree. So to me, Anzacs are very important, not just so we can have what we want, but because they went and fought for us so we can have the lives that we have today. So we can live in peace. Some other countries such as Afghanistan aren't as fortunate as we are. They don't have peace and are in constant war. The children are taught how to shoot and kill. Girls are not allowed to walk alone and are not allowed to get an education. They, in fact, get killed for going to school. Imagine being a small child and getting shot or killed because you want to learn. Education is something that we enjoy in Australia. I'm able to learn, work and play freely. We all are. That's what ANZAC Day means to me. The First World War started on June 28, 1914 and finished on November 11, 1918. The countries that were involved are France, the British Empire, the Russian Empire, Italy, Japan, Romania, Serbia, Belgium, Greece, Portugal, Montenegro, the German Empire, Austria, Hungary, the Ottoman Empire and Bulgaria. The Second World War started on the 3rd of September 1939 and finished in December 1945. The countries involved were all basically involved in World War I except for the United States who joined in World War II. ANZAC Day is about remembering all our war heroes from wars we have served over time, as well as Gallipoli. The war at Gallipoli was horrendous. We unexpectedly landed on the wrong beach, known as ANZAC Cove. This gave the Turks a great position and they ambushed us as we were climbing to the top of the cove. Kids my age and a bit older fought in these wars. For me, I had to search the internet and listen to my family to learn all about war. I am lucky. I've only learnt about it. I'm proud to learn that I have family members who have served, some barely older than me. My grandfather Harold White served as a cook in the Vietnam War. Roles such as these were just as important. I also have cousins that have served in various roles in Navy and Army roles in the Gulf War, on both sides of my family. I can't imagine being in the trenches with my mates dying beside me. I have all of these brave men and women and ANZACs to thank for this. Today, kids in Australia can join cadets and things like that, but they aren't sent away to war. Their bravery needs to be remembered and honoured. My great-grandfather, William Shucklock, was 19 years old when he signed up in Perth. He was in the 2nd and 11th Battalion, was a rat of Tobruk fighting in the Middle East, was a digger, and stayed with his battalion until the end of the war. Nicknamed the Shack, he never missed an ANZAC Day service. Rats of Tobruk fought a similar journey to the ANZACs, fighting with the great Australian spirit. They amazed their enemy with their determination and bravery. They got their nickname from living in dugouts, caves and crevices. My grandfather went over a cliff in a tank. All the other 8 tank men died. He survived, but was scarred forevermore. The Vietnam War was very unforgiving and horrible experience for all Australians and everyone else who fought the endless battle. 20,000 innocent civilians were killed in the war, some of which were kids. I'm very grateful for what they have done. Without them, life for you and I wouldn't be the same as it is today. ANZAC Day is a day to remember all our fallen troops. Recently, I had the NAM bus come to our school for an incursion to give us first-hand accounts on what it was like to fight in the Vietnam War. I was also very lucky to meet the son of Frankie, who the song I Was Only 19 was written about. This was an incredible experience. He did a radio play to show us what he as a son went through whilst his dad was at war. The song is about Frankie Hunt, who was maimed by an M16 mine, September 21st, 1969. He was supposed to go home in June. The song depicts the Agent Orange sun, the effects the soldiers had from the chemical and their psychological effects and suffering. After returning home, the impacts of war lived on. This song is called I Was Only 19, written and produced by a famous Australian band, Red Gum. Again, I am honoured and proud to be here before you talking to everyone on a special day about what ANZAC Day means to me, lest we forget. Saw the passing out paraded bug upon you. Was a long march from cadets. The 6th Battalion was the next to turn. It was me who drew the curve. We could number and show world before we left. And Townsville lined the footpath as we marched down to the quay. This clipping from the paper shows us young and strong and clean. And there's me in my slouch hat with my salon and greens. God help me, I was only 19. From the tower right at Chinos to the dust and we down. I've been in and out of choppers now for months. And we made out tons of OVP and pin-ups on the Lucas at an Asian orange sunset through the scrub. And can you tell me, doctor, why I still can't get to sleep? And why the jungle dog is a barking M16? What's this rash that comes and goes? Can you tell me what it means? God help me, I was only 19. Before we operation, when each step can mean your last astronauts' legs was a warm within yourself. But you wouldn't let your mates down till they had you dusted off. So you closed your eyes and thought about something else. And someone yelled out, "Contact!" And the broken army swung. We looked in there for hours, then a God Almighty rolled. Frankie kicked him by the day the mankind kicked him moon. God help me, he was going home in June. And that can still Frankie drinking teas in the Grand Hotel on a 36-hour leaving Bangtown. And I can still Frankie lying screaming in the jungle till the morphine came and killed the body round. And the ANZAC legends didn't mention mud and blood and tears. And the stories that my father told me never seemed quite real. I caught some pieces in my back that I didn't even feel. God help me, I was only 19. And can you tell me, doctor, why I still can't get to sleep? And why the Channel 7 chopper chills me to my feet? And what's this rush that comes and goes? Can you tell me what it means? God help me, I was only 19.
Thank you very much, Josh. That was impressive.